Hello, it's Jim O'Rear. Thanks for joining me for another video. On today's video, I thought I would talk a little bit about collectibles and toys that have been released based on the Mandalorian, specifically the child or baby Yoda or Grogu, whatever you want to call him. There are tons and tons and tons of toys out based around him right now, and I don't have all of them. I just have a few that are some of my favorites that I thought I would show you and see what some of your favorites are. And we might as well start out with Funko Pops. Pops are very, very popular in pop culture. Tons of them are out there, and there are a few really cool ones that I liked from The Mandalorian, including this huge one. When I first got this Funko Pop, it was like the largest pop I had ever seen. I don't know if they made large ones before this, but you can see compared to my hand, the size of him, as well as, you know, from the video of holding him close to my face. But yeah, that's the size of him. He's huge. And I was just surprised. I went, goodness, when did they start making Pops this big? I love him, and I just love him because of the size. Now, the original one I got of him was like this. These are the regular size Pops from Funko, and this is the small version of that huge one right there. Exact same sculpt, same look, everything, just a normal version. This is more of the Season 2 Grogu, where he spent more time in a bag instead of his little floating chamber. And then here was a double pop with the baby right there in his pod and Mando. And I love these double pop pieces. I have a few of these from different Star Wars scenes. And the detailing on them is super cute in a cartoony, very stylistic way. So there's some of my favorite Grogu Pops that were released. So Hasbro came out with a line of little small baby figures that looks like this. Series 2 just came out, but I'm going to show you Series 1. When Series 1 of these came out, there were 6 figures, and there's also 6 figures in the Series 2 set. But these were really cute. I loved these. Here's one with the little ball that he always wanted to play with at the on the control panel. There's kind of a little sad baby. Here's a hungry baby eating frogs. So no one should have been surprised about him eating frog eggs. Look at that right there. There's him doing the hand thing. Yeah, the Force. And then right over here is, yeah, there's another hungry baby. As we know, if you watch the show, he is hungry all the time. And then this is probably my least favorite one out of the whole Series 1 figures. Baby in a blanket. Right there. So there you go. There is the Series 1 little Hasbro minifigures of the baby. Now, I did a couple other videos that people have watched a lot about the animatronic and remote-controlled babies, and there are some very big differences in the two, but I thought I would touch on those briefly again here in this video. And you may have seen my previous video about the remote control and animatronic versions. This is the remote control version that comes with a little silver pendant there, and he walks around, talks, moves by use of this little remote control right here. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of the details. You can go back and watch that other video where I compare the remote control version to the animatronic version and show you the differences and the similarities. This is the Hasbro animatronic version. The remote control version is made by Mattel, and there are some very, very big differences between the two. Everything from size to accessories to their movements. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details because I have a whole 20-minute video comparison of what these things do with compared to each other. But I will show you just a little bit here. This is the Mattel version using the Force move and moving his head, kind of walking around. He also plays games. There's a hide and seek game you can play with him. He will follow you around. A lot of people asked after my first video how he works on the carpet. He does not work very well on the carpet. Those little rollers on his feet really don't take well, even to that thin carpet that I have back there in the background. Now let's take a look at the Hasbro figure and his noises. There was another version made right here, and a lot of people confuse this version with the animatronic version released by Hasbro because they look similar, except this one comes with a frog and a cup. And the big difference is, I mean, he's the same size and everything. The big difference is he doesn't move, but he does all of the talking. There are a lot of new Mandalorian baby board games. Let's take a look at this. I loved the Operation game when I was a kid, and I would be traumatized probably, or some kids would probably be traumatized if you had to operate on the baby. But in this case, you just stop the child's mischief and avoid the buzzer. So, you know, he is mischievous, and apparently these are little items that the baby has found, and you'll notice on the board around him, they're just kind of holes scattered around that you have to fish these items out of instead of actually operating on the baby. But it's the same old operation system that has been around for years and years and years with little red light when it buzzes. So, cute little board game. Now, this is kind of unusual. Not a game, but it is a card that you can give someone as a gift, like a happy birthday or whatever. It's from Love Pop, as you see there. And it is a pop-up card. Look at that. It's cute. It's got the little landscape back there with Mando's ship, a little frog sitting there getting ready to be eaten, and a little Grogu there in paper form that just folds up into this little card. And kind of neat. It's a good collector's thing, and they've thought of collectors because if you'll notice here, it has this little tab, and I can't pull it out with just one hand and using the other hand to operate the camera, but you pull that tab out, and that's where you can actually write your greeting, like happy birthday or whatever, on there so that you don't have to write on the card. Now, in the COVID world, how can you not live without some Mandalorian hand sanitizer? Green, like the baby. So get you some of that. Yeah, I got it just because there's a picture of the baby on there. I'm a sucker. Maybe you want a little drink with the baby? Just to be clear, I do not condone drinking with babies, but you can drink out of a baby cup. This one says, when your song comes on, and he's listening to his jam. Right there, I guess. I don't know. And then my child can levitate your child. Now, these are really heavy glass cups right there with his picture on them. Now, the hat that I was wearing that you saw earlier, you can see is very dirty because I wear it a lot. And I like it, and it's stained and all that. But cute little collectible hat, and I love that he's just like, I guess you call it embroidery or something. I don't know. He's sewn right there onto the front of the hat. Great little hat. I love him. And probably my favorite of all of them, and runs very close to the Hasbro animatronic, is just the simple plushy baby. This was one of the first ones to come out, and it's still one of my favorites. I love the sculpt on the face. I think he's just so cute. I love the coloring. I love how soft he is. And there's not much to him, really. I mean, there's his little hands. His little hands and face are rubber. The rest of him is, look, he's just kind of a potato body. See, look at that. He's just a stuffed potato body with a plastic head and hands. But he's probably my favorite figure, with Hasbro's animatronic coming in second to that. Now, if you are a Disney World person, you are very familiar with magic bands. Since I am at Disney every week, I get a lot of usage out of magic bands, so why would I not have one? Why not? It's the Mandalorian and the baby on one magic band right there. And I like to wear this one when I go to Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios over there at Disney. Lots of fun with him. And there you have it. There are several of the Baby Yoda, the Child, Grogu, whatever you want to call them, toys that have come out and are available from the Mandalorian. Now, there are way, way more than that are out there. There's just tons and tons and tons. These are just a few of my favorite, a few that I think are very cool and are in my collection. I hope you enjoyed looking at them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just click on the like button and hit subscribe and join me back on my channel for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching.